Oh, what's goody? What's goody? What's goody? What's goody? Yo, this is Reef the Fleek,
And this is Leaky Leak.
and this is Reef'Lik Anime Horror Gang. Got another video for you.
Today we're going to be reacting to Nightmare Files.
Yo, man, shout out to Nightmare Files, man. Yo, Nightmare Files is the GOAT, man. We got another banger today, so we hope y'all enjoy it.
So please like, comment, subscribe, and join our big happy family.
Yes, join the family, man. We're the losers over here. We're the Supreme Kais over here. We're like this, man. Please subscribe to us, y'all, so y'all can see more fire content from us. Every week we're getting stronger. Every week the family's getting bigger. So please join us. Let's begin.
I don't like that light flavoring.
Me either. I ain't feeling that.
This story happened when I was a young kid. I was staying over at my friend Gilbert's house for the weekend.
Gilbert.
He and his family actually lived on an Indian river.
If you're staying over somebody's house named Gilbert, expect something. Staying over at people. I'm just playing, y'all. Yo, staying over at people's houses. Please be careful.
Yeah, because you never know what will happen though. So
like that's ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
We used to do that, but I'm like, nah. Like,
yeah.
Nations since they were Native American. But despite both of us being from different backgrounds, we became friends because we were into a lot of the same stuff. On the weekends, we hung out. We spent most of the time playing video games, watching movies on cable, reading comic books, and eating junk food.
Okay.
This particular weekend,
that's basically us.
Gilbert's
Yeah.
family had been gone for a few days. One night, while playing video games, we heard a noise outside. We didn't think too much of it at first. But when the noise sounded like it was coming closer, it got harder to ignore. At first, we figured it was a stray dog, since this area was full of them. But we started to notice that whatever was making that sound seemed to be much larger. I asked my friend if it was possible that it could be a bear, but he said there was no way since they don't come out this far from the mountains. And just as we were in the middle of our conversation, that's when whatever was outside made a low rumbling growl. When we heard that, we immediately jumped up from our seats. My friend had the same expression on his face as I did,
No.
which was a look of fear in both our eyes and our mouth wide open. Even though we were scared, we decided to carefully take a quick look outside.
Nah.
Why?
Why?
Being illuminated by the moonlight.
Why would you want to do that?
Bruh, you literally just heard something outside. You sounding like Jeeper Creeper.
Man,
And you telling me
lock your windows, lock your doors, man, grab a weapon, man, and call the police or something, man.
but I feel like you gotta see what, like, you gotta peek and see, like,
Yeah.
don't just open it fully, like,
Yeah.
no. You gotta play it smart.
Mm-hmm.
Was what looked like a giant wolf or dog. It had pointy ears, body covered in fur, eyes glowing in the dark. It was looking around its surroundings before eventually looking toward the house. As it started to move, something about the way it walked on all fours looked a bit off. But before my friend and I could figure out why that was, to both our shock, that's when we saw the animal stand on its hind legs. At that point, my friend and I didn't even know.
This
what to
wolf
say.
man?
There was something very human-like about the way that it was standing. And at that moment, that creature must have seen the light coming from the window. Because to our horror, while still on his hind legs, that's when the creature made a dash toward the house. My friend and I wasted no time as we sprinted toward his room. But just as we entered and locked ourselves in his bedroom, we heard the creature climb up the side of the house. It proceeded to pace around on the roof shortly after. My friend and I couldn't do anything but hide behind his bed. And I'm not ashamed to admit, but we started to cry since we were so scared. We wanted to call for help, but the only phone in the house was in the kitchen. The only thing
Dang.
that we could do was listen listened closely
Oh,
as we heard the claws on its foot tap the rooftop. After a minute or so, the creature finally jumped off. But just as Gilbert and I thought that could have been the end of it,
yo, thank God for smartphones.
Yeah.
Cause I feel like y'all, with a smartphone,
Mm-hmm.
it's better than a house phone.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care if you got a flip phone. That's better than a house phone.
Mm-hmm.
Better than a house phone. Literally, you can take that thing everywhere with you. Yo,
You know, I'm not gonna lie.
oh
I'd rather
man,
prefer a mobile phone than man.
a house phone, cause the house phone is attached to the wall and you don't want to be seen. So it's like,
Mm-hmm.
man.
that's when we started to hear it growling close to the exterior wall.
Well, there's some house phones that you could just take, but it's like take off the thing. But it's
Mm-hmm.
like, man, like at the heat of the moment, you don't be thinking about that.
Yeah.
Like that's why you always have your cell phone on you. Like you got like with me, I always carry it in the house, so it's kind of like, you know, I'm
Mm-hmm.
so used to carrying it with me. So if something like that does happen, I always have it on me. But like
Yeah.
everybody don't like be carrying a cell phone. They just nonchalant with their cell phones
Mm-hmm.
and stuff. You know?
We could hear it circling the house. It was accompanied by what we could only describe as the creature scratching or dragging its nails across the walls and outside. The sound sent shivers down both of our spines. Just when we thought it couldn't get any worse, we suddenly heard the sound of one of the windows in the living room breaking. Both Gilbert and I thought that we were going to have to make a run for it, because if we did, we might have to fight off whatever was breaking into the house. And just as we braced ourselves, that's when we heard the sound of a truck coming toward the house. We both had a sense of relief when we realized the familiar sound of Gilbert's family dogs barking from the flatbed of the truck. Whatever was trying to break into the house had obviously noticed the truck as well,
Oh,
because
y'all gotta be
the sound of the
thankful.
glass breaking had stopped. But even then, my friend and I stayed where we were. We were still too frightened to move. All we could hear was a bunch of commotion outside. The creature sounded like it was running away as Gilbert's family and their dogs gave chase. It wasn't until they came back that we finally came out from hiding. We told them what happened. Upon hearing our story, they told us that when they came home, they saw what they thought was somebody trying to break into the house. But as they chased it, they could see that it was an animal of some kind.
Wow.
Unfortunately, the thing ran away so quickly that they lost track of it. Wanting to be cautious, Gilbert's family decided that we all stay in a friend's house that night. Later that night, as we were settling in, Gilbert's family had told us that it was possible that whatever we saw that night could have been a skinwalker. Of course, I had no idea what that was, but they described it. I learned that a skinwalker is a Native American legend, and it's evil. To no surprise, after hearing that, I wasn't able to sleep that whole night.
Man, bro, after that, bro, like I feel like I'm not staying in that house, bro.
Yeah.
Like I'm either gonna sleep in the car or I'm sleeping at a motel. Man, I'm not sleeping there for that night. And we just experienced that, and that thing just burst in the window. And then when they try to catch it, it just bolted off. So that means that thing's capable. That thing was capable.
It's fast and it's strong too. Also.
Man, I'm not. No, I'm not staying there. Nope.
After going home the next day, I eventually spoke to Gilbert on the phone, who informed me that, fortunately, there were no further incidents. But as weird as the story already was, it gets even weirder. A little over a week later, Gilbert had called to tell me that a few kids on the reservation had been walking through the arroyo and found a bunch of junk, including an old fridge.
Oh.
But when they pried it open, that's when they made a gruesome discovery.
Oh man.
There inside the old fridge was the decomposing body of a nude man. I
What?
could feel the hairs all over my body standing up after hearing that. He also told me that the local authorities said that it was most likely just some drunk who wandered into the arroyo and accidentally locked himself inside the fridge. But Gilbert and I had always felt like that story of the dead man in the fridge was something a lot more sinister.
Oh my god. Man.
Why did you cut our whole talk? amazing character designs without watching another YouTube tutorial.
Man.
Sure.
Okay, before we start story 2, y'all please be careful when you're doing stuff, because like hanging out with your friends and stuff, because you don't know what to expect. So
Yeah, like always be like somewhat aware of your surroundings, though.
and just be like vigilant when you're going out, because or just in the house too, because like things be happening
Yeah.
and it be taking a turn for the worse. So please be aware of stuff like that.
It was about 4 years ago when this happened. This happened sometime between 2011 and 2012. When it was the spring and summer months, my mom would often go outside the garden, and she loved doing this and still does today. While she would do this, I would always play with my ball or drive my Power Wheels around the front yard. My parents had 2 cars, a mid-late 2000s Honda Odyssey and a mid-2000s Acura TL. This is important for later on in the story. My dad would be at work often, so he would leave the minivan for my mom to take me and my infant brother shopping, or to my grandmother's house if she had to do something.
Okay.
It was just an ordinary day, and my dad was at work. My infant brother and I were outside with my mom again while she was gardening. Over the course of like 2 hours, I kept seeing this car drive by my house. I have always loved cars, and from a young age, I could guess what a car was by looking at it. And I noticed that this car was a mid-2000s Acura TL. Instantly, I thought this could be my dad returning home early from work, and I began to get excited. As time passed, I was starting to wonder why he wouldn't just park and come greet us, instead of driving in circles around our neighborhood. I also thought something was a little off with the car, but I couldn't tell. Now, I know that the car was actually gray instead of white, that my dad's model was, but when I was a toddler, I wasn't really good with colors. I kept waiting to see if my dad would finally park the car and come play with me, but the car just kept going up and down the street. My mom had to pop inside real quick to get something. I don't remember what though. As soon as she went inside, the car slowed down and stopped in front of my house. I heard her.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you. Like doing stuff like that in the suburban area is weird. Don't do nothing like that in the hood.
Yeah, because like man, like
where we're from, oh my goodness. If you do something like that in the hood,
like it's one thing for you to like drive around the block one time, but if you're doing that several times,
bruh, trust me, like in the hood, that yo, people,
you just happen to slow down in front of the house though,
man, people just, man, I'm not feeling it. I feel like, see, the how we live, bruh, like if you see something like that, our antennas is already
through the roof,
like up. Like for him, like I know he probably grew up in the suburbs and stuff like that, and probably not in the ghetto and stuff. But when they see stuff like that, I can't say for everybody, but I feel like if you see stuff like that, you might feel a little weirded out because like you've been used to seeing that. But in the hood, bro, like when you see something like that, like people's antennas go up because it's kind of like, yo, who is that? Like you gotta be alert. We grew up like that.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yo, our mom taught us if you see this and this and that, like be aware, have your antennas up, always be vigilant about where you're going. Like, yo, we grew up different. Like, oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Her voice called me over. Me still thinking it was my dad, I went over without even thinking. As I got closer, I realized that it was in fact not my dad. It was some random lady. She was talking to me and asked me if I was having fun playing outside.
Why do you want to know?
Confused because a second ago, my 4-year-old brain was certain that it was my dad. All of a sudden, my mom came sprinting outside from the front door, yelling at me to come to her. And I obviously did. The lady then floored it down the street and never came back. That was the fastest I've ever seen my mother run in my life. My mom explained to me the dangers of strangers and to never talk to them or go near them.
Yeah.
This happened about 10 years ago.
You got a good mother.
I don't even live in the house anymore. I pretty much forgot about it until it clicked about a year ago. I realized the actual danger that I may have been in. Sometimes I wonder if it was just a creepy lady talking to some kid, or she was actually going to take me. I guess I'll never know.
Mm.
It's crazy to think that I trusted this lady because she had a car like my dad's. So that shows that young kids are very easily manipulated.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they do be taking advantage of kids, weirdos like that.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all, I'm not gonna front. If you do have kids, make sure that you're watching them.
Yeah, always keep an eye on them at all times.
Like, make
though.
sure you're watching them because that, like, you don't know what could happen.
Whether it's playing outside of your own home or at a park or just out in public in general.
Like, please,
Always keep an eye on them.
yo, please be careful because,
Mm-hmm.
like, something slightly, like you just taking your eyes off of them for a quick second could literally just change everything like that.
Yeah.
Literally could change everything. And so please watch y'all kids and please pay attention to them because something crazy could happen. Like, please, if you got kids, please watch them.
Mm-hmm.
Please watch them. Because there do be some creeps that do be out here snatching up kids.
Yep.
With products that are
And not even that, it could be something crazy that could happen outside.
Mm-hmm.
Please watch your kids.
Mm-hmm.
This happened to me very recently. I'm a 38-year-old woman who's an extreme horror movie and horror story fan.
Okay.
I
Okay.
watch a lot of videos of people's experiences with sleep paralysis.
Oh,
Until a few
God.
days ago,
I remember, man.
You have sleep paralysis?
Yes.
Yo, sleep paralysis is so scary. It is so scary.
It's terrifying.
I hate going through that. Like, you can't even move, but you can literally look around and stuff. Yo, I seen a shadow the one time. I'm like, I was like, I don't like this. Wake me up. Nah, you awake. You're awake, but your body's still asleep. And I'm like, I don't like that feeling. Like, that feeling feels weird to me.
I rubbed my eyes, chuckling while thinking, oh, this is bull. That doesn't really happen to people. I always sleep in a particular way, on my left side, facing my bedroom door, a blanket halfway up my legs, even in the colder weather. So one night, my eyes suddenly snapped wide open, and I couldn't figure out why. I was flat on my back, as I never sleep on my back anyway. I looked at my alarm clock with a surprising effort. It read 3:31 a.m. Suddenly I realized I couldn't move at all. My blanket was suddenly over my shoulders, and I was tucked in tightly. I was beginning to get scared because I never had my blanket like that. I knew no one could have tucked me in without me knowing. I tried to sit up, turn my head, anything. I really couldn't move at all. Blinking was an effort, almost impossible. My only thought was, holy crap, I can't freaking move at all. What the hell do I do now?
Man, be like that with
I
that.
couldn't even try to speak. I found my teeth clenched tight and my jaw immobile.
You can't
At a
speak,
far
you can't
corner,
move. Only thing you can do is
I
look.
thought I saw a shape quickly jump to another area. Suddenly my vision began to swim and blur, and I passed out. I woke up at about 9 o'clock with a gasp and a quick yell. I was back in my sleeping position, and my blanket was at my feet. I remember sitting in the middle.
You know what I also hate too? Don't you hate when you get out of it, and then when you try to go back to sleep again, it puts you right back in it? No. I just be up at that point, like, I'm not going back up into that. Sleep paralysis is so creepy. Like, I don't like that.
Of my bed trying to figure out what the hell just happened. Finally, after a few minutes, I began to laugh. I realized I had experienced an actual episode of sleep paralysis. I've never experienced it before, so it was both interesting and rather scary, as I was completely helpless and immobile. Thankfully, it hasn't happened again. I don't want it to, honestly. The only thing I wonder is, What the hell caused that to happen? And what did I see in my room? And above all, the thought that puzzles me and freaks me out the most is, what took me in that night? And honestly, I almost don't
man.
Mm-hmm. That is terrifying.
I don't like sleep paralysis. That'd be so creepy. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I know how that person felt. Like,
Mm.
like I hate going through that.
You and me both.
Like, man. Oh, man.
Mm.
That last one, man, I could definitely relate to that.
Yeah, me too.
Yo, yeah, y'all. So that's the reaction for today, y'all. We enjoy Nightmare Files. We're gonna keep on doing more on his channel, reactions on his channel. So I hope y'all are enjoying these. Y'all. So please like, comment, and subscribe, and join our family. So y'all can see more content from us. We're gonna keep on posting every week. So please join the family. Once you're family for life of us. So
yeah, please join the fam.
Yeah, join the family, man. There ain't nothing wrong with being a loser and a Supreme Kai and being part of Anime Hard Gang. We're always family for life over here. So please like, comment, and subscribe, and join the family. And
we'll see you later.
Next reaction. So see y'all next time.
See ya.